Landry, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a foundation first impression and review with you guys today, as you can see from the title of this video. But before we get into that, as you guys can see, I went and got my hair done. I got it cut and I got some lighter pieces put in, and I actually think I want to go back this weekend and get a couple more light pieces in because my hair was so dark before. Like, I want the bottom to be really, really light. So I think I'm going to go back this weekend if I have time and get some more light pieces put back in. But as of right now, I really love it. It's so cute. I just took a shower, so it's not styled. It's gonna look so much cuter probably in my next video. But yeah, I think it's really cute and I like it, and I actually think I might cut it a little bit shorter. I don't know. So today I'm going to be doing a first impression and review video on the Maybelline Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation on the go. I've wanted to buy this for such a long time. So on my way home yesterday from a wedding trial, I went ahead and I stopped at CVS and I got this. Like I said, I've wanted to try this for so long, and so I finally got the opportunity to go ahead and get it. And I just want to try it out. I feel like drugstore products I don't do that many of here on my channel. I want to obviously do so many more. I'm going to start off first by doing this foundation, doing kind of like a first impression with you guys and letting you guys know how I like it. So let's get started. I think before we get started, I'm going to really quickly off camera put concealer on my eyes and pop on a very light pair of lashes. It is going to be like 80 degrees today, so I don't want to go too heavy today with my foundation and my makeup or anything like that. So I think I'm just going to do something very light on the eyes, pretty much just pop on a pair of lashes, and then I will be back and we're going to put this foundation on and see how I like it. Alright guys, so I'm back. As you can see, I put down some concealer to cancel out the colors and veins on my lids, and I popped on a pair of my Ardell Wispies. So now we're going to go ahead, oh, I also prime my face. I use my Smashbox primer water all over the place. Sprayed it all over and it got all over my wall, but that's okay. So like I said, today we're going to be trying out the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. This is in the shade 30 Warm Nude. I was between getting Warm Nude and Classic Ivory, which I have never bought in a foundation in Ivory, and I was like, I don't know if that's what I want, but I feel like Ivory would match me, the Classic Ivory would match me right now. But I thought, you know what, summer's coming up, I'm going to be tan. If I really like this foundation, I want to get the tanner shade. So that's why I went with 30 Warm Neutral. So as you open the compact, it has a little cushion that we're going to use today, and then we're going to flip it up, and ooh, this is so cool. This is like every single thing that I see on the internet. They say this is like the best drugstore foundation, everything. So as you can see from the color, it probably will not match me. It might be like a shade darker than I want, but that's okay. Like I said, I just want to try it out and see. So, okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and try out the sponge. If it's too much foundation, then I'll go in with a little bit of my beauty sponge and just kind of wipe some of it off. But I'm going to go ahead, press it right in. Like, I feel like too, this is like, all right, I'm just going to stop talking and do it. That's so cool. Okay, so like I said, this is definitely not my color. It's a little bit darker, but we're gonna make it work, don't worry. But the fact that just doing like one little squoosh, ew, that kind of made me want to throw up. Just doing one press of the foundation, that covered my whole, like the majority of my lower face, which is pretty good. Blend it down a little. Okay, I went ahead and covered my whole face, as you can see. Now, my first impression with this foundation, I feel like it is really great coverage. I feel like this whole area that I always have problems with, as you guys can see, I feel like that covered it really, really nice. I do have a spot here that it didn't cover great, but I probably should have put like a correcting concealer on top of that, but that I'm not going to worry about. Over here, I always love doing, not love because I don't love when my skin looks like this, but I always love doing foundation reviews when my skin is not at its best, because then I kind of can really see if it's a good coverage and everything like that. I feel like this is a great kind of medium coverage. Let's see if we can build it up a little bit. Okay, I feel like this looks really nice. Like, I feel like it looks good. I feel like it covers really nice. It's a little tacky. It's not too tacky. I'm definitely going to set it and everything, Chanel. But I feel like it looks really nice, and I feel like it covered my face really nice as well. I feel like it definitely was very easy to apply using this sponge. Of course, for me personally, I like using like the beauty sponges and everything like that, because you really, especially like with that kind of a sponge, you want to make sure, of course, that you get into all the crevices. I feel like it looks really good. Like, I feel like it makes my skin look really nice. To stay in the Maybelline family, I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in Light. I'm going to go ahead and conceal the rest of my face. Once I put down the powders and everything, then I'll give like another review. And then I'll probably come back in a little bit and I'll give you guys kind of my second review on this. Because I like to just give you like my first impression of how I like it, and then I'll come back in a couple hours and give you guys my final review. It's gonna be the test though today, because today it's like the first day in New Jersey where it's like 80 degrees. So hopefully it holds up, hopefully. So I'm just blending my concealer out with my beauty sponge. I feel like it makes my concealer blend in beautifully as well. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything. I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. My smile lines always crease. No matter what I do, my smile lines always crease. And then I'm gonna go in and set the rest of my face with my Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder. I'm just gonna dust this all over, and I'm using my Sigma Large Powder F20 brush. Okay, so as of right now with the powders on it, I feel like it looks really like, it doesn't look too cakey. It's not like too foundation-y, if you know what I mean. Like, it looks pretty, it looks natural. It looks nice. It looks like a really nice tan. I just look like I'm really nice and tan. I feel like it doesn't emphasize my pores. It doesn't emphasize any imperfections that I have. I feel like it's really, really nice right now. Wow, look at how minimal I went with my brows today, and they look really good. They actually look like perfect. How is this happening? And finished off my face. I put down my contour powders, a little bit of blush, and I did a highlight. I also did my brows. I went very, very minimal today. But as for the foundation, after putting down powders and everything, I really love it. Like, I feel like a lot of times I'm never a fan of when I first put my makeup down, because I feel like with all the powders and everything, it can look like really powdery, and it usually takes me like a good hour and a half to really start to like my makeup once the makeup kind of starts to settle in and the powder starts to settle in and everything. But right now I love it. I feel like it looks really nice. I feel like everything blended really, really beautifully in with the foundation, as you guys can see. And again, I just feel like it doesn't look too foundation-y and cakey and too much. So right now I'm really loving this. My first impression is that I love this foundation. I feel like it is so different, of course, than any foundation that I have in my collection. I don't even have a compact foundation, let alone a foundation that has like a cushion in it. It's a brand new adventure for me. I'm branching out. So yeah, my first impression is I really love this foundation. I think this is also my very first Maybelline foundation that I have in my collection. I have my concealer that I use all the time, as you guys know in my tutorials, but I think this is my very first Maybelline foundation, which is pretty cool as well. I really do love it. I think it looks very natural, very soft. I feel like it blended in beautifully, even with that cushion. Like, usually I'm not a fan of compacts that have those kind of cushions or powder puffs in them or anything like that. I always use my beauty sponge, but even just using that cushion, I felt like it applied it really beautifully. Not too much makeup at all and not too light either. So I think that's really cool that they have that in the compact as well. I think that's pretty great. So I will be back in a couple hours. Let's see if the heat will keep my foundation at bay, and hopefully it will, because as of right now I really do love it. So I'll be back in a couple hours. As of right now it's 2 o'clock, so I will come back maybe like 5-ish, something like that. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, so I am back. It is now, let me turn my ringer off just in case. It is 5:21, so I'm actually it's 5:22. To be exact. I'm actually 22 minutes behind than I wanted to, but that's okay because I got to let this sit on my face a little bit longer than I wanted to. So I am back with my review on the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation, and let us get a mirror. Let's see. I feel like it looks really, really great. I have not touched up my face at all these past couple hours. Like I said, I've pretty much been on the deck all day because it's so nice outside, and so I've been doing blog posts and editing and everything like that, so I have not touched up at all. Honestly, this looks so great. My biggest thing, which this is huge. Okay, I love this foundation. Everything always creases the slightest amount in my smile lines. It doesn't matter if I use the best primer. It doesn't matter what foundation I use. The fact that I don't have any creasing at all, like seriously, the minute smallest amount of creasing, not even noticeable. The fact that there's like no creasing in my smile lines is unbelievable to me. So I should just end the review now because this is a winner. I feel like my skin looks really beautiful. I feel like it still looks really natural. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look too much. I feel like the color looks really beautiful. Even though it's probably a shade darker than I normally am, I still feel like the color looks really, really beautiful. I'm very happy that I went with this shade. I'm very hot right now because I'm wearing a sweater because my arms are very pale. And I feel like I'm dying a little bit. Like my foundation's, I'm hotter now and in this room than I was all day. But long story short, I really love this foundation. I would love to get this in every shade. I would love to get in the classic and everything, because the one thing with drugstore foundations is I always kind of go to them. I love my L'Oreal True Match Lumi and I love the regular True Match, so I feel like the drugstore ones I honestly go to more than high-end because I just love the way they look. And for me, I would rather repurchase like a $12 or $15 foundation versus like a $40 or $60 foundation. So I mean, the drugstore, even though people sometimes don't like to buy from the drugstore, and I don't know, maybe they get a bad rep because they think it's cheaper and maybe it's not the best quality, this is such an amazing foundation. I absolutely love it. The other thing that I love too is because my skin is so dry over here, because this is kind of the area where I have the most problems, and I use Proactive, and though I love Proactive, it is very drying on my skin. Right here is the area where my skin gets the driest. It has not in any way, shape, or form clung to those areas where my skin is the driest. So I feel like the dry skin people out there, you'll love this. I'm kind of pretty much normal to dry right now. I do get a little bit oily in the summertime because of the heat and sweat and everything like that, but for the most part I am normal skin right now. I absolutely love this. I love the finish. I think it looks very nice. I think it looks very natural. I took some photos before. I think it looks great in photography, so I really love this foundation. I would definitely recommend. Honestly, I mean, right now, I haven't tried every single drugstore foundation out there, but I would agree that this is an amazing, amazing foundation from the drugstore. If you get your hands on this, pick it up definitely. I think this was $15 or $16 at my drugstore, and if it wasn't for the hype and seeing some beauty people use this, and I think it looks flawless on their skin, I probably would never pick this up, but because people talked about it so much, it really piqued my interest, and I'm so happy that I now have this because this can now be my go-to foundation. I feel like it covers really beautiful. You don't need that much, maybe 1-2 little pats onto the cushion, and I really think it's just, I love it. I really, really do love it. I feel like it makes my skin look really healthy. I just love it. I really, really love this foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and this first impression. If you guys have tried out this foundation for yourself, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you guys think of it. And also let me know in the comments down below if there are any other drugstore products you guys would like for me to try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of good videos coming up, so make sure you're subscribed. I love you all so very much. I'm gonna go feed the dogs because they're driving me crazy, and it's hot as heck in this room. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.